4 p.m. Pacific. On Capitol Hill this past week, to talk about NAFTA, Governor Ann Richards of Texas. The governor, who supports the North American Free Trade Agreement, spent this past Thursday meeting with various members of the House to solicit their vote for the trade agreement. Just ahead, we go to the Longworth House Office Building for a brief news conference the governor held following her meeting with Democratic Representative Gene Green of Texas.
Good to see you. You want to come on out and visit with these people?
Governor?
Hi.
Governor, Governor, you getting a lot of converts?
Well, I don't know. You never. I really don't work that way. I don't say, well, are you or aren't you? I simply come in and tell them that I'm sort of frightened for the future of this country because we know what we're doing now isn't working.
What is your best sales pitch?
I don't know.
I mean, what are you telling them? What's your message?
My message is that what the United States is doing now isn't working. We've got countries that are taking our jobs. We are limiting ourselves on being able to sell our products. We're having defense cutbacks. We're having manufacturing cutbacks from contracts with the government. We're cutting back on scientific projects. And we are limiting the future for our children. Now, that's the big problem. I can talk specifics about what it means to Texas and what it means to us to be able to sell automobiles we make in Texas. And it just sort of depends on who I'm talking to. If I'm talking to Gene Green, I talk to him about what I think the difference is going to make in his district in Texas. I think it makes a lot of difference that the people who ship goods out of Houston, Texas, a lot of it is Mexican goods that come through Houston ports. And the people who handle those goods are our American workers. When you ask me which is the best sales pitch, I don't know. I tell them that I don't think this is a panacea. I've never thought that there was any quick fix for any problem. But what I do think it is this is a tremendous opportunity for growth and jobs for us.
How many members have you met with?
On NAFTA?
Yes.
I think I saw 5, 6, 7 today.
Mr. Perot's bumping around the hallways as well.
Yeah, Ross and I saw each other at lunch. We're good friends.
What did you talk about?
We talked about how glad we were to see each other. I talked to him the other day on the telephone, and he said that if my lunch companion didn't show up real soon, come on in, and he had introduced me to all his friends.
Did you mention that if NAFTA goes through, it might be good for Alliance Airport?
No, Ross and I agree that we disagree on this issue. It's not a matter of, I'm not going to convince him, and he's not going to convince me. It's just an honest disagreement.
Can you shake hands?
Oh, sure.
Congressman, did she close the deal?
The governor and I have been friends for a long time, and we talked about both the benefits and also some of the concerns I have that in the job base in the district that I represent. And so, no, I don't consider it a deal as much as it's still an effort to try and gain as much information before we vote on November 17th.
Governor, have you heard anything about a possible postponement of the vote on NAFTA?
No.
How do you think it's going at this point?
I really don't know, and I don't know who does know. Bill Richardson, I think, has been kind of the straw boss for the House, and when I left here last week, the vote was about, I was told, was 72 Democrats, 60 undecided Democrats, that we needed to get half of those, and that they expected somewhere between 110 and 120 Republicans. Now, where they are from there, I don't know. I've got a few other little things I've been doing up here.
Following her question and answer session with reporters, Governor Richards continued her pro-NAFTA lobbying effort on Capitol Hill. C-SPAN then took the opportunity to speak with Congressman Gene Green of Texas about his meeting with the governor. Congressman Green is currently undecided about how he will vote on the North American Free Trade Agreement.
Congressman Green, you've just met with Ann Richards, the governor of Texas. She was up there talking about NAFTA. Tell us how the meeting came about.
Well, the governor and I go back many years. I served 20 years in the Texas legislature, and she was elected county commissioner in Travis County and Austin, and of course she was elected governor in 1990, and I supported her, and we have a good long friendship. She talked about NAFTA. We also talked about education funding. We talked about other projects that are important to Texas and the country. And obviously she's for NAFTA, and she made her argument like I've heard all day today. I've met with a lot of CEOs of large corporations from Houston. I had lunch with Secretary Benson to talk about it. In visiting with each of them, and the governor in particular, because the governor knows the type of district I represent. I have a predominantly working class, blue-collar district. They're afraid for their jobs. NAFTA may offer a hope of expanded commercial ties, not only in Texas, but Houston and nationwide. But a lot of people have seen over the years the layoffs, the cutbacks, the givebacks, and they're concerned. And as a representative of a constituency like that, I have to reflect that constituency. So I should be asking questions. I'm still undecided because there's a lot of promises being made on both sides about the economic activity that we'll see from this. But I want to see more directly how it affects the district I represent.
How much are you hearing from your home district? Can you measure that for us?
As best you can. We have a series of town hall meetings in September and October, and also I'm home every weekend and going to civic clubs and every sort of meeting that I can and listening to the folks. By and large, I'm hearing the opposition to NAFTA because people are afraid for their jobs. In Houston, we've lost a great many jobs because of since 1982 because of the drop in oil prices, oil tool supply businesses. There's hope that under a NAFTA that we would be able to sell more equipment to Mexico, but also they've seen for 11 years, we've seen cutbacks again, even in that industry. We had steel plants closed down that's in the district that I represent, and both first in the House and in the State Senate, now in Congress. And there's a fear there that NAFTA may transfer these jobs like they have been to other countries. It may expand it to include even more to Mexico.
Help us understand the process a little bit in terms of being an undecided at this point. What kind of pressure are you feeling? Have you had calls from the president? Do you expect the activity to continue like this?
Oh, I think the activity will continue up until the vote. This is not unlike a lot of other legislation, and again, serving in the state Senate and having tough votes on lots of issues, that it's not a clear-cut decision one way or the other. And so I expect the intensity to increase. Today was a very busy schedule. I serve on Education and Labor Committee and Government Operations, and I'm trying to do some of the things that I can have a direct impact on, but I'm spending a great deal of time on NAFTA because of the impact it can have on my district.
The House vote on the North American Free Trade Agreement is scheduled for November 17th.